There are only so many things you can do in a world of many. But if that world is fresh with you in the center, then that world is your canvas. Good evening, I'm Elag and welcome to the canvas. What I am going to do is I am going to actually find a village and I'm going to just visit that village. I'm gonna just visit that village. Let's just see what's there. Anyways, welcome to the canvas. It is a brand new single player no mod series, which is very much out of what I have been doing in the past while. A good fresh change from things. It's a brand new clean slate where literally everything is brand new, fresh off the table, blank, white canvas, literally. Haha, funny, roll credits. I know that there is a village somewhere around here, but I don't think it seems to be loading. There it is. Now, every other Minecraft player will take a house for themselves and be a general menace to society. I am not going to be those characters. I am not going to be playing those games. I instead will be actually building my own house, get my own bed, preferably before the sun actually goes down. Look at that sunset, bro. That actually looks so good. I have this beautiful mod called Flashback, and it should give me like the most beautiful picturesque views of the sunset right now. Oh, it's just lovely. My plan is build my house nearby theirs and start trading with these villagers. Old habits die hard, okay? Old habits die hard. Some things from the Coldcraft and the Build Height series just can't really go away, alright? Some things stay. I think here is a good place to build it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build my house over some time, and I'm going to let Flashback take care of all of that. And from now on, you're going to be listening to my voiceover. I hope you guys enjoy. I will see you after this house is done. Okay, bye-bye. With my house finished and some time on my hands, I took to the village below and asked the locals what they wanted to have improved. After a bit of convincing that I was a trustworthy person and not at all weird or intoxicated, the villagers all agreed on one priority: not enough food. Apparently, after a plentiful harvest, the village's crops disappear. They seem to blame this phenomenon on one entity: the Wheat Snatcher. Recently, the village had another plentiful harvest, but they're worried that the Wheat Snatcher will come around again and take their stuff, possibly sending the village into a famine. Unfortunately, the villagers disagree on what actions they should take. One group suggests building a storage unit so their food won't lie on the streets, making it hard to steal. Another group demands building more farms. After all, the Wheat Snatcher can only steal so much wheat. While I totally agree with building farms since that wheat would feed me too, I soon realized I don't have iron for a bucket and I won't be in the caves anytime soon. So reluctantly, I put away my brand new wooden hoe and began making plans for a food storage unit, also known as a granary. And the granary will be placed right here. Now, apart from it being able to store all of these hay bales, we'll have a crafting area just about here so that you can craft all those hay bales and other things like bread, cakes. You like cakes? And we're also going to be getting a bunch of composters and placing them over here so that we can have more farmers to work in this area. Because at some point, sooner or later, we're going to have to build more farms. Now let's get going with the first ever two-step clap of the series. Ready? Here we go! And with that, the granary is done. The iron golem is super pumped about it. So if we take a look inside at the granary, obviously there aren't any torches because I don't have charcoal to get the torches to work, obviously. We have a bunch of storage, which we can use to store all of our hay bales, wheat, whatever we like. The extra hay bales that were scattered across the village have now been stored into one spot, and we also have the composters for all of the villagers to work at. Whenever I enter and come in, I can now be able to have a nice chat with the villagers, give them the foods that they need, and whatever proceeds they have farmed up, they'll have them over here ready for whatever it is that they do. Heading out to the outside now, there's this little area here where some decorative hay bales are scattered around the spots. Maybe it's overflowing, you know? Also, some of these villagers might get stuck here. We could have something like this. That could work. That actually adds some nice variation to things. We could probably have one over here. We got 2 iron golems now. When do we get a second one? Hey! I mean, that just goes to show how well this place is thriving with me doing all the building. See? I'm so good at my job. But I now need to do another job, and that is addressing the fact that I do not even have stone right now. I did not have a pickaxe this entire time, which meant I was working only with wooden tools. Over the time that I was building that granary in the background, I realized, yeah, I should really get stone tools ASAP. But I didn't want to just simply go down to the nearest cave system and start mining for things. I wanted to earn my way down to the mines. What I decided I'm going to do is I'm going to go down to one of these areas, somewhere around here, and I'm going to build an entrance to the mines. You know, those like typical like mine entrances. For example, the one that, you know, everybody decides to build on day 1 to make the place look a little cooler. Yeah, I'm doing exactly that. So the plans for the mines are going to be very simple. We're going to have an entrance to the mines. The mines are going to go down. Every 5 or 6 blocks, there will be another wooden-like structure, obviously using oak wood, the most basic material here in the area, and go as far down as about Y16, and then from there it's branch mining. Pretty basic, but it gets the job done. So I believe now it is time, a perfect time, to do another 2-step clap for this episode. Ready, hit it! So I may have gone a little bit overboard and went ahead and did the farms without telling you guys in advance. I decided to put not just 1 farm, but 2, because there are carrots here that need to be farmed. So with those farms now done, all set, ready to go, there's one more thing that I need to address. And that's the fact that this village is growing a lot faster than I had initially anticipated. The villagers want to make babies. They want to breed. That leads us to another issue. There is definitely not enough buildings to support this. And I could go 2 ways about this. I could build lots of tiny little houses, or alternatively, I could build one slightly bigger building and have, I don't know, like 20 beds in it. Obviously, it's not going to be 20 beds. It's probably going to be like 8 max, because I do not have the wool for 20 beds. Are you stupid? So I could build either one building to put all the villagers in, or I could put a bunch of other tinier buildings, which each will house 1 villager. In terms of resources, it would be super good idea to build a 1 building than a billion buildings. But remember, we have the mines that we built just a bit ago. So we could use the cobblestone from those mines and build up more buildings than you could ever imagine. We're not building with purely wood anymore. Seems like a great idea now, right? Seems like a great idea to build a billion buildings. And you're right, I am going to do exactly that. Now the question is, where? Mr. Cartographer, where do you believe the new houses are going to be built? Where do you believe the houses are best being built? There? over there. I mean, the villager isn't wrong. This is a really good place to build a couple new houses. A nice little housing development over here. I just have to be careful not to build it too big. You know what? Let's draft it up. Let's use our brains and imagine what this place would look like from the sky. Ah, that's much better. Now, this development will need a new road running from the farms and linking with the road to my house. Most of our new houses will be centered here, facing these roads. Zooming into the area, we could fit about 9 small houses and 1 large special house. This special house, marked in blue, will be 2 floors tall and have a unique T-shape for 2 villagers. Altogether, this new area will house about a dozen villagers. With the draft ready to go, it's time for one more time lapse and one more 2-step clap. But this time, I'll let a juicy music transition play instead. Ta-da! It's done. Do you want to know how long it took me to gather the materials and put everything together? A long time. So this, of course, is the biggest house of them all. Let's start right where the biggest house is. It's not that enticing to look at. Come on, it's where a villager lives. This is where I'll be placing their beds and a nice little upstairs, downstairs, and hoping for the best that they don't fall down this. If we take a look at some of the smaller houses, well, not exactly the smallest, but this is a medium-sized house. As you can see, some nice comfortable room for the villager, as well as a place to sleep. And we have, of course, the smaller beds here, which I can definitely tell there is a skeleton above this floor, which means I forgot to put stuff up there. But yes, as you can see, it's just like as if you would see a normal house in Minecraft. So nothing particularly interesting there. I have saved this space over here for something quite more special, and I'll leave it for a new episode. Overall though, I am very proud of how this build turned out, and I put it off for so long. I mean, if you look at it from various angles, like, it really does feel like a truly new part of the community that ties in very well with this side over here. I feel like next episode we might work on this portion of the village, assuming we're not working on other villages too. Spoiler alert, we are working on another village. You might have noticed there is a banner here. Unfortunately, I cannot tell you the story of this banner this episode because we have unfortunately run out of airtime. But I can tell you it in the next episode, when I can tell you all about the cool things that happened with the story of this banner. Oh, the story is gonna be great. Maybe. Perhaps. Who knows? Anyways, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you guys take care. Until next time, farewell.